Hi there, thank you all for joining me today. My name is Charlie Dreffs. I am a university counselor here in the International Division of Grand Canyon Education, and today I'm going to share with you my strategic plan. Grand Canyon Education, or GCE, is a shared services partner that is dedicated to serving colleges and universities. The mission here at Grand Canyon Education is to provide an innovative educational learning solutions that promote student success and institutional growth. The vision of Grand Canyon Education shares the common goal of each partner to improve lives through higher education and to champion student success to ensure the legacy of the institution for generations to come. Next, I'll review with you my strategic plan. A strategic plan guides management through decision making when implementing change throughout an organization. Today I'm going to provide you with a breakdown of my strategic plan in order to meet our goal of maintaining an 85% retention rate of Level 1 university counselors each month by 2019. I'll review my SWOT analysis, a strategic map and action plan, a communication plan, and a method of measurement. As you know, our field of higher education is a very competitive and innovative industry. Although our leadership does a great job of strategizing and planning change management, the execution of these plans has proven to be a challenge. It is imperative that leadership remains transparent with our strategic goal and effectively communicate with all stakeholders throughout this transition. First, I'll review with you my SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis is a strategic planning technique that is used to help organizations identify strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats related to planning. This helps to specify objectives of the plan and identify factors that are favorable or unfavorable to achieving our strategic goal. These strengths are characteristics of the organization that give us an advantage over others, and the weaknesses are characteristics that are disadvantaged compared to others. The next part of the SWOT analysis is the opportunities. The opportunities are elements that GCE could use to its advantage, and the threats are elements that could cause trouble for the business or our objective. This SWOT analysis assesses our current situation and helps us to determine a strategy to move forward. Next, we have our strategy map. A strategy map is a visual summary of what a company plans to do in order to improve its business, gain more customers, and improve its financial outlook. This will help our leadership clearly visualize goals and communicate them with the rest of the company. As you can see, our division is broken down into departments such as financial, customer service, internal functions, and training and development. Within each department, there are objectives that connect to each other, and this helps us to achieve our overall goal. Next, we have our strategic action plan. In order to support the overall strategic goal of the International Division, managers need to implement functional level strategies throughout different business functions of the organization. GCE's competitive advantage is the service that we provide to our students, since we provide close support and encouragement to students throughout the entire enrollment process, from our very first conversation all the way to their graduation. The first aspect of decision making, management must implement strategic decisions in order to guide leadership in making choices that steer the organization through achieving the objective. Advocating participation and brainstorming throughout the internal business structures will help to engage employees and support collaboration between roles. Next is our business functions. Business functions are operations that safeguard the accurate operation of our organization. Functional level strategies focus both on engaging employees and combining activities within different functional areas to create a cohesive environment. Then comes our leadership tactics. In order to successfully execute an action plan, it is vital that an organization have good leadership. Leadership has the ability to influence others to adopt certain behaviors to put into action. And finally, our collaboration strategies. Functional strategies formulate a plan of what needs to be done and how in order to guide our staff. Focusing on the competitive advantage of student service, GCE will be able to work towards its goal of providing the best care and enrolling the most students. Next, we have our communication plan. Communication planning allows leadership to develop a roadmap for getting information effectively delivered to the audience. By creating a thorough communication plan, leadership will ensure that all stakeholders are confident in meeting the GCU International Division's strategic goal and having at least an 85% counselor retention rate each month by 2019. In order to effectively communicate the strategic plan and maintain consistency, GCE must focus on our audience, our approach, and our message in order to effectively deliver our communication to each stakeholder. Formal communication is one factor. This is defined through predetermined channels set by the organization, such as applying the policies and procedures to our employees. This formal procedure of communication helps us to alleviate any confusion and creates confidence and consistency for our employees here at GCE. Informal communication aims to establish roles within stakeholders and is not defined by stringent channels. This includes implementing more face-to-face meeting with our employees and management within our division. Informal communication can also allow for more brainstorming and cooperation between our roles. And finally, leadership skills. By connecting to the larger purpose of GCE and their permission to promote student success, leadership will help employees to relate to the work, to serving the greater good. These leadership skills will allow management to influence stakeholders to follow a path that leads to achieving our overall goal. And finally, we have our measurement. So to effectively structure, evaluate, and regulate resources within Grand Canyon education, efficient processes of feedback control must be implemented. This process helps to ensure that the organization accomplishes their goals. The first step in feedback control is to establish standards of performance. Management is responsible for meeting with Level 1 counselors for one-on-one training twice a week and for having team meetings once a week. These role standards will help our department to meet their overall performance standards. The feedback control also must establish metrics and standards. This will help us be able to track our meetings and performance of our individuals and the team as a whole. And then next we have comparing our performances. So the organization's performance will be compared to the standards set initially using the predetermined metrics. The performance standards, that of the International Division, is currently at a 60% retention rate of our Level 1 university counselors, and we want to get that compared to our overall goal of an 85% retention rate of our employees by 2009. Once this is done, GCE will then implement a corrective action. So leadership must take this evaluation and make any necessary changes for improvement. I'd like to now open up the room for any questions, and thank you all for your time.